Right. She does predate race. And I consider that to be crucial because the word race is that is the worst four-letter word I think has ever been created. Because it was created for division. Not what's your ethnos, what's your race. Because based on the color of your skin, you're less than other people. And there's so many things that have been buried in history. I don't have time to get into the whole thing tonight. I feel this pull to go there. But democracy, the creation of that, isn't by the Greeks. People in Northern Africa created democracy. The Greeks didn't steal it. They learned from it. But when the story has been told, it's been one-sided. So there's no question about intelligence. The very government that we live under now was created by black-skinned Africans. So leaping forward, in Genesis chapter 38, Judah, won't go into the whole story, is with his daughter-in-law, who is widowed because his sons have passed away. And she's a black Canaanite woman. Judah himself is black. Don't have too much time to deal with that part of it. But everybody at that time, these are black people. And when you look at when you look at Matthew chapter 1, the first 3 verses, and these won't be the only black people, but within the first 3 verses of the New Covenant, of the New Testament, Tamar, a black Canaanite woman, has 2 sons, Perez and Zerah. So from the beginning, from the very beginning of the lineage of Jesus, right? Judah, we can name off a bunch of other ones, but I'm leaping. Judah, David, Jesus. From the beginning, black. Bathsheba, that would have Solomon, the richest and wisest man that ever walked the face of the earth, was a black man. And as I preface sometimes, it's not about taking something away from somebody else, but let's get this story right. Not lose souls because of a lie. Mary's grandfather, Heli. Mary and Joseph are connected. They're related. He was a black man. And I've got, a book over there on the table that breaks that down and explains it. The people that were living at the time of Jesus were, listen closely, we've heard Afro-Asiatic over and over again. And there's a reason why I'm not throwing out, I got one picture for you, but I don't throw out a lot of these pictures because we've had it ingrained in our mind how Jesus looked. Blonde, blue-eyed, brown hair, green eyes, all of that kind of stuff. But the people living at that time, both science and the Bible agree, and a secular person that I'm going to talk about in just a second, they were Proto-Afroasiatic, and proto means first. And when they've done research of the people that lived in that region at that time, they were brown-skinned, black-skinned people. And let me throw this out because I've heard it many times. Somebody says, what difference does it make? Well, it made a difference to somebody and continues, like the video I watched the other day, and continue to perpetuate the skin lie. It's not going to make anybody superior because we know that Jesus is black, but it definitely is going to let folks know that that we are included. And when God describes black skin in Scripture, he describes it in Jeremiah. He talks about it Maratz is the word he uses, meaning it's unblemished. There is perfection. So the people at this time, both science and the Bible, they speak. I can remember a time when in college where they were telling us that they weren't necessarily on the same page. But now with DNA and the kind of research that we can do, they're absolutely on the exact same page and finding more and more truth all the time. But I understand it takes a bit for a paradigm shift. Ebony Magazine, 1969, puts out a magazine with Jesus depicted as a black man on the cover, and they almost lost the entire magazine because the black folks said, we're going to change our subscription if you don't, we're going to cut off our subscription, cancel our, that's the word I'm looking for, cancel our subscription if you don't fix that. Because when we get used to thinking a particular way, it's hard to make that change. When we've been told over and over again, support Israel, no matter what, as if they didn't get in trouble when they were, the book of Judges is nothing but a roller coaster. God doesn't give them a blank slate to do whatever it is they want to do. But I've heard people saying that that's why they're supporting Israel, because they're God's chosen people. Well, the ones that are in Israel right now are not. But we have a description of Jesus in Revelation, and he does not look like Caesar Borgia. He does not look like Alexander VI, illegitimate son. That's not how he looks. That picture on the right there was created by Waller Salmons in 1948. They say he stole it from somebody else. It doesn't matter. That's the billions of pictures and portraits on fans and programs and pictures and have been created like that to put that image in your head. Missionaries used to go when they conquered areas, and I need to move on. When they would do that, they would make the children draw pictures of Jesus depicting him as a white man, making that association, you should obey us because we look like him. All right, spending too much time there. There are still places where you can find the Black Madonna. Russia, War and Peace, right? Napoleon didn't get up there and destroy everything. They didn't have a dog in the fight, so yeah.